When God directed Moses to build the temple, every measurement, every material, every adornment had a very specific meaning and role. Everything was done with the purpose of reflecting God's glory. The development of the new White Memorial Specialty Tower is also very intentional, down to the smallest detail. It ties into our spiritual foundation of doing God's work. Everyone involved in this endeavor, from the executive leadership to the planning, architecture, and construction professionals, have all helped to do God's work. The result is a patient care tower that provides patients and their families with a total healing environment. This is caring with a higher purpose.
Every building is designed with a plan, and our hospital was designed for a higher purpose. I'm Beth Zachary, the President and CEO of the White Memorial. We've designed our hospital to be a healing environment for our patients, an environment where we can ease the concerns of their families, and the best possible place for our employees to work. It's amazing what can be accomplished when you combine a healing environment with a higher purpose. Come, let's take a look at our hospital. It's really a beautiful facility, isn't it? As you can see, the colors and the furnishings and the artwork have all been selected to create a reassuring environment for our patients and their families. Hi, Al.
Hi, Beth.
Let me introduce you to Al Deininger, the Vice President of Facilities who has worked over the last 10 years to build our new hospital. Al, I'm wondering if you could share a little bit about the design as well as this mural.
As you can see, it starts with the early history, shows the city of Los Angeles as it is today in the background, Jesus overlooking the White Memorial Medical Center as it looks right now, and then also shows some landmarks. Now let me take you through and talk a little bit about the architecture. As you came up to the front, you notice the pergola and the porte cochere outside. The glass from this waiting area here looks right straight through into the healing garden over here. This whole environment is to make people feel comfortable, almost a hotel setting versus the traditional hospital setting. Here is our healing garden. In the healing garden, we have designed with plants and trees that are used in the Mexican American community for medicinal purposes. Around the healing garden is the surgery waiting room and our integrated first floor. In this concept, the patient comes to one area and all the services are brought to them. So they come into one room. As a person that takes the blood, does the EKG, pre-anesthesia consult. They need an x-ray procedure. They just take them around the corner inside the same area. It goes right directly into radiology. And then behind that is same-day surgery in our surgery suites. Now follow me on the rest of the tour. Here we have the first of about 9 niches that we have in our concourse here. And this one, number 1 niche, is the one everybody wants to look at. This is the niche for Oscar de la Hoya. Everyone knows Oscar. Oscar, the famous boxer, Olympic gold medal. Oscar is a very special person to White Memorial Medical Center. His mother was a patient here of cancer, passed away here, and he honored her by donating a significant amount of funds and naming the Cecilia de la Hoya Cancer Center. This is the first of our individual little waiting areas. Groups of 2, 3, 6 large families can meet and talk. People can work on Wi-Fi. It's great to walk through here and see people having meetings and just sitting here enjoying the views. This is our second niche and really our most special. People talk about White Memorial Medical Center and always ask, where did the word white come from? This is our namesake, Ellen White, and this is her travel Bible from the late 1800s that she used when she traveled throughout the United States, speaking, ministering, preaching. This is our chapel. This is my most favorite place in our medical center. In this room, you see our stained glass window. This came from our original building, 1955. It has a Bible text, "Lo, I am with you always," and Alpha and Omega. This is a place where people love to sit and just stare at the stained glass window and receive faith, and hope. Here we have our meditation garden. This was designed by Stephen Wynn and the construction donated by Bernard's. You can actually sit in the meditation garden and look into the chapel. It's just a beautiful place. This is our meditation garden that I showed you from inside the chapel, but it's just nice to come out here and spend time and to enjoy the patio. You notice back here we have a couple of benches where people can sit. It's interesting to see people come here and just sit down and then sigh. It's just to let that stress out and relax and listen to the sound of the water falling here. Welcome to White Memorial Employee Entrance. This is the entrance that you will come to when you come to work and you leave work. And then during the day you will use the staff elevators inside. But here we have also the high-rise apartment building for many employees, a dormitory, and then lot number 2 and lot number 10, which are the main employee parking lots. Come use your badge, let's go inside. Hi Eileen.
Hi, Al.
Lynn.
Hi, Al.
This is a perfect opportunity for you to meet our Chief Nurse Executive, Lynn Whaley. And there couldn't be a better person to explain the patient experience on this patient unit than Lynn.
I'm so happy that you came this afternoon. Where we're standing right now is called our onstage area. This is where our visitors, family members come to see their loved ones. As you can tell, we have a beautiful view here.
That's a gorgeous view.
And part of how we're designed is about our architectural design that talks about light. Light is very healing. Our colors are also chosen to create healing. And you'll notice the first thing that you'll see here is that we really don't look like a hospital. We have modern art on the wall, we have very beautiful colors and a lot of light. Now, as we begin our patient and family journey, we start here at our concierge desk. Good morning, Natalie.
Good morning.
Natalie greets our visitors when they come to visit our patients. Hello, Grace. Good to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Hospitals are very busy places, and oftentimes our staff can't get away to the restaurant for lunch. So our wonderful Grace here actually brings lunch to them with our traveling cart. So thank you very much for being here.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Nourish their bodies. Thank you, Grace.
Okay, bye.
Have a good day.
You too.
While we're here, one of the things that I would also like to point out is on the other side, we talked about the onstage area. What we're experiencing here is the offstage area. And as you can see, these elevators talk about staff only. And that's so that we don't tie up our visitor elevators. Staff are to use this side. And if you'll notice on this side, it says patient transport only. And this is only for our patients. One of the really interesting things that we do about this is that our Al Deininger, who you met earlier, monitors these elevators on a regular basis to make sure that as employees we don't use this. So don't ever let Al catch you on these elevators. Hi Jesse, how are you today? Good, how are you? Good. Well, as we continue on with our patient experience, one of the things I'd like to point out is, again, architectural design. And as you'll notice here, anywhere that you see all of these beautiful colors, what that indicates to us, it's at an intersection. So you can either go to 6 North or 6 South, or you can go to the offstage area. One of the other things I'd like to point out is if you would stop a moment and listen. You hear the quiet. There's a lot of research that's been done that talks about a healing environment really comes from one that is quiet, and that's part of our architectural design as well. You'll notice the silence in our halls. You'll notice that we're built so that we don't have a lot of equipment in the hall and that we have a very quiet and healing environment. When patients come into a hospital, we're trying to make it more than just a hospital experience. We want it to be a patient experience. Patients come in and they lose control. So architecturally, again, we're designed to give patients more control of their environment. Something as simple as being able to control their own temperature in their room, whether they be hot or cold. Typically, you don't see that. The other thing that we have is we have computers in each one of our rooms. Patient's medical record is in here. So we're able to share information specifically related to their care with the patient. This zone that you see behind me is designated as our caregiver zone. So everything that the caregivers need to care for their patients is located here. The next zone that you'll look at is the patient zone, where we have our patient and the equipment that they need, their bedside table, their nurse call light, any equipment that they need. In addition to that, we really try to keep our patients informed. And one of the things that we do in terms of keeping our patients informed is our communication board. This also gives our patients more control over their environment. There's information on here as to who their physician is, who their nurse is, for example, Jocelyn that's in here, also her phone number. If the patient is able to, they can actually call their nurse. All of our nurses carry SpectraLink phones, so they can have immediate communication with their nurse. Any schedule for today to keep them updated on what's happening with their care, and then any special instructions. One of the other things that we are very, very proud of and we do is to try to really remember that we want their experience to be excellent and we want them to be a safe environment. We also make hourly rounds on our patients, and we have found that that has really enhanced patient satisfaction in their experience because they know they're going to see a nurse at least every hour. We also are it's important to us that our patients ask questions about their care. So we request that they ask them, and we have that posted here for them. The last zone that I'd like to point out to you is our family zone, which is over here. This couch makes up into a bed at night, and we really encourage our patients' families to stay with them. We know that healing and in a healing environment, when patients' families are able to be with them, it really truly makes a difference in the healing process. As part of our continued patient experience, I would like to point out some of the features that we have that keeps our environment quiet. The first is we don't have a typical nurse's station. What we have is what's referred to as our on-stage area, where nurses may come and congregate just for a few minutes to get the work that they need to get done, and then they quickly go back to their patient's room. The second thing I'd like to point out is that it's important to us in terms of what our patients think of the care that we give. The banner that you see hanging here, our Daisy Award banner, really is about our patients and families nominating our nurses, not for their technical skills, but for the caring and compassion that we provide our patients. Did you hear that? The lullaby. What that means is a baby was just born and a new life came into this world. We take a pause every time that happens. Outside, I showed you the onstage area, which is really not a nurse's station. This is the nurse's station, and in here is where all the action happens. As you can see, we have physicians, nurses, case managers that gather in here. This is where we keep information that we need on our patients, and this is basically the room where it all happens. Typically, this is a very noisy room, but again, being off stage, this is how we keep our environment quiet for our patients. Part of how we keep our hallways clear is the fact that we have these very spacious, clean utility rooms, and as you can see, they hold up a lot of equipment. The other thing I'd like to point out is our lift equipment. Our lift equipment really helps us move our patients with dignity. In addition to that, it really helps our nurses. One of the side benefits of our lift equipment is we've really been able to reduce our employee back injuries, which has been very successful for our nursing staff and all of our other staff. So we're very, very proud of this equipment. Hey, hi everybody. Hi. How you doing today? Good. Good. Well, we're here in one of our employee lounges, and one of the ways that we keep our mission and vision alive here is through our employees and how they have information in their lounge. Over here on the wall, we have a poster that really talks about what it is that we provide here, our caring, our compassion, understanding, respect for our patients. And on the other wall over here, we actually have how we measure our excellence. And our nursing staff and all of our other staff are very interested in what our patients say about us from a patient satisfaction perspective, as well as from our clinical outcomes. So on a daily basis, when we have our breaks, right? We sit here and we look in to see exactly how we're doing. And one of the last patient experiences I'd like to talk about is our neonatal intensive care unit, where we have the smallest of our patients and the most vulnerable. We have over 13,000 square feet in our NICU, and this allows families to stay with the babies at the bedside. In addition to that, it's very traumatic for families to have a baby that they can't take home with them. So we also have 2 suites where the families can actually spend the night. We provide a dining area for them, a place where they can clean up in the morning, they can shower, and they can stay right here with their baby. And here what we have is our consultation room where physicians can talk to family members in private. I think there's one just wrapping up now.
Hi.
Hi, Dr. J.
How are you?
Good. This is Dr. Johnston, who is our medical director of our emergency department. And Dr. Johnston, I've just finished the patient experience, and I was wondering if you might continue the tour and talk a little bit about the physician experience here at White Memorial.
I'd love to do that. Let's go down to the ER.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, now we're in the emergency department. This is Area C. This is my department, but this is also my hospital. I've been a patient here on more than one occasion. My daughter was born here. I brought family here. Many of us who work here also get our care here. There's a man over here, Joseph Stevenson. Joseph has a story to tell. I'd like to ask him if he'll tell it to us now.
Yes, my name is Joseph Stevenson, and I have been a patient here at White Memorial several times, and it was a wonderful experience. Usually when people come to the hospital, they have fears and apprehension, but when I came here, all my fears was arrested, and I was given wonderful medical care, okay, and I love it, and I would like to bring all my family and my friends here to White Memorial Medical Center, okay.
This is the ER. This is where I work. This is the main area here where the physicians and nurses all get together and take care of patients. This is our charting system, our imaging system, and all of our communications. This is really where a great many medical decisions are made. You know, this is an operation which takes care of a community that really needs the service, and that for years has received service from people who believe in what they do and care about it. Hey, Faisal.
Hi, Brian. How are you?
Good. How are you?
You all right?
Hey, how are you doing?
Faisal.
Well,
Good to see you.
Same here.
Always. You know, I was just telling these people that our medical staff is unique in the way that it seeks to provide service and go to considerable lengths to provide service to people who would not otherwise get it. For example, in this community, it's underserved, and we've all chosen to be here. But more than that, you know, Faisal, you've been to Pakistan to help the earthquake victims there. You've been to Haiti, and you go to Peru every year on medical missions.
Well, Brian, I have to tell you that what I do, I've learned by example. And the first time I ever did anything was really was a situation created by you, where we went out and fed the homeless and gave them presents around Christmas time under the bridges in Los Angeles and all the little shanty towns we have around the rivers of Los Angeles. So that's really where I've learned how to be somewhat of a missionary. And from there on, you know, I've expanded and gone out to different parts of the world.
Roy, how many medical students have you recruited?
Well, you know, Brian, that I have a great love for medical education, and it's been my privilege to work here at the medical center, teaching residents and medical students for 30-odd years now, and to be the director of medical education here. And so I had the opportunity, being the Associate Dean of the School of Medicine at Loma Linda University, to get involved and to develop a program for junior high school students who are black and who have good academic performance to come to the university for a 3-week program that we have designed for them specifically.
This is a little unique. I don't think you see this everywhere you go. You trained here in this community, right?
Well, you know, Brian, I've been here for, you know, on the medical staff for about 24 years, but I really feel like I've been here my entire life, literally. I've had the privilege of being born here, and I won't tell you how long ago, but the opportunities here to serve and give back are just tremendous, and I'm very much appreciative and feel privileged to work with such a great group of doctors who share a similar philosophy and mission.
You three guys represent, I think, one of the most admirable parts of this medical staff in this hospital. Hi, Natasha.
Oh, hi, Dr. J. How are you?
Good. This is Natasha Milatovic. She's in charge of our staff experience. Natasha, do you suppose you can tell these folks what we do and tell our story?
You bet.
Good.
It's good to see you. Where are you going?
I'm going to the ER.
Go do what you do best. Take care of your patients.
Thank you.
I'll see you later. It was good to see you. Great. So why don't you follow me to the Healing Garden? Welcome to the Healing Garden. This is the place where our patients, our employees, our physicians come and spend some moments alone reflecting, to what is going on inside of this building. Look around, it's absolutely beautiful. It's peaceful, it's spiritual. It really has a sense of meditation almost to it. This is just one of the ways how we take care of people who take care of our patients. One of the unique ways that we take care of our employees here is through our daily huddle. It's a time where we can all get together in a circle, read our daily devotion, pray, share important things about the day, and really is the way that sets up the day right for everybody. Another way of taking care of our people is by providing our wellness program. And we do believe that wellness does start both on physical, spiritual, and emotional level. On the physical level, we have a gym here at the hospital. Our employees are more than welcome to go use the gym, exercises in the morning. On the emotional side, we have employee assistance program. An employee assistance program consists of counselors who go around, talk to our employees, and who are always open to deal with the issues and the problems that employees might have here on campus and maybe in their personal lives, issues that could be directly influencing their work here at the hospital. Every morning at 9 o'clock, we have a prayer. And the prayer is heard everywhere in the hospital. It comes through the speaker. And that's the time to pause and really focus for a couple of minutes on the prayer of the day. That's also another wonderful thing, how we start our day here. We also have a unique program to help our new employees really feel at home when they start. We all know how nerve-wracking it is to start at the new organization. Here we give new employees a little green star on their badge, and all of our current employees are educated to know that if they see an employee with the green star on their badge, to ask them, how are you doing? Like, here you've been here less than 3 months. How's your experience in the department? It's made a great difference. So being that we're a teaching institution, we believe in education. Lots of educational opportunities and growth go here in the hospital. We're just getting online with our educational system. We have formed White Memorial Medical Center University, through which you can take anything from leadership classes to staff classes to your certification classes. All the education has been combined and put together so that we provide a good career growth for everybody. And because each of us has our own educational needs, we offer different programs here at the hospital. You can access our educational assistance. We also have programs here at the hospital that are master level programs and bachelor level programs that we brought here, so you don't have to commute to different university campuses anywhere. And have you seen our child care center? It is absolutely fabulous. It's right here on campus. We also have an elementary school that's right across the street here from the hospital, and many of our employees have their children right there. So it's really one big community. We have employee picnic when we have 3,000 to 4,000 employees and their families come. We also do a lot of things around holidays, so we can all get together again with our families and celebrate. We also recognize our employees for the length of service. We have had in the excess of 20, 30 employees at the time they've been here 40 years or more. It's absolutely incredible, the longevity that you will experience here at White Memorial Medical Center. So we make sure that we put events together that would keep this work interesting and keep our employees engaged in what they do. It is my wish that all who come through these doors experience the commitment, compassion, and caring that is White Memorial Medical Center. And if you choose to stay here and serve here and build your careers here with us, we will provide you with great rewards that come with giving the best care to our community. And that is the higher purpose we aspire to.